Allyn Powell, a retired biologist with the National Marine Fisheries Service Lab in Beaufort, talks about the early years of the Seashore Soccer League of Carteret County and his experience coaching the Down East Rangers. This interview took place on July 14, 2015, as part of the Smithsonian Institute's Hometown Teams exhibit at the Core Sound Waterfowl Museum on Harkers Island.
It was the fall of 1975. The Carteret County Recreation Department began an effort to introduce youth soccer into the county. There was a recreational specialist. Her husband was stationed at the Fort Macon Coast Guard Station. She was looking for someone that had some experience in soccer to lead a series of clinics, mainly in the Beaufort Down East area. There was a gentleman by the name of Duncan Howe, who was a graduate student at the Duke Marine Lab that had played soccer in college. And he began in 1975 to conduct soccer clinics in elementary schools in Cedar Island, Smyrna, Harkers Island, Beaufort, Salter Path, and Newport. And the clinics were very successful. In the fall of 1976, it was the beginning of the first Seashore Soccer League. There was teams from Moorhead, Beaufort, Newport, Harkers Island, and Salter Path, I believe. Interestingly, the only Down East team at that time was Harkers Island Islanders, and the team was coached by April Lewis. The first games were played in the fall of 1976, and at that time the name Seashore Soccer League was chosen. There was a gentleman from Poland, and we call him Coach Joe. His last name is very difficult to pronounce. He retired in Moorhead City. Prior to World War II, he was the national coach of Poland. So in 1977, he helped coach, and he was revered in their tournaments, their postseason tournaments. They offered a Coach Joe trophy, and in his memory, he was very influential in the development of the program. After the beginning in 1976, it continued on, and the people that were involved were Alex Casas, who was at that time living in Marshallburg, Don Haas. These were basically the head coaches. Louis and Susie Piner got involved with the Rangers, and then Philip Radford, who has passed away, was involved with then the Down East Raiders. After '86, I got involved, and this was probably the greatest team at that time throughout the county. 1989, during the regular season, we played 14 games. We had won every single game, and every one of them were shutouts. So we had no goals scored upon us for 14 games. In the tournament, we took first place, and again, were unscored upon. The thing that I was so proud of is that we were co-ed, and that every single kid played at least a half, regardless of their ability or their talent. But we were so strong down the middle. You know, we just had some great athletes. The great thing is it was co-ed, and everybody got a chance to play.